Hello again, Corinne Sutherland of Sweet and Sassy Stamps. It's been a little while since I've done a video because we were getting ready for our June release, which was last week. We released 6 new stamp sets for summer, and we also released a new free with 50 stamp set, which you can get when you spend $50 in Clear Stamps this month. This is the set that we're giving for free this month. It's called Flourish, Seashells, and I'm going to show you how to make a quick and easy card with this set today. Actually, I'm going to show you how to use up your scraps, some of your scraps that you might have laying around. A fun way to use those scraps, like if you have a paper pad that has coordinating papers and you just have little slips of paper left over, you can make a little set of cards with your paper. And it's just a fun way to use up those scraps. This is a set that I made with the Flourish Seashells set. And you can see I just used a little bit of designer paper on each set, or on each card. So we're going to make another card today to go with this set. The first thing you do is basically just cut down your paper. All of my strips here are 4 1/4 inches wide, because I'm going to make a 4 1/4 inch by 5 1/2 card. I like the tent fold cards because they stand better, so I often will make, even if they're this direction, I'll make them this way, the fold at the top instead of at the side, because when you set them down, they don't blow over as easily. So first of all, we just have our little strips. They're cut slightly larger, each one. Each mat is a little bit larger than the next one. These are 2 inches by 4 1/4. The white is 1 7/8, and then the polka dot paper is 1 3/4 by 4 1/4. So basically, first thing we're going to do is just glue these together. Nothing too exciting here. What I would typically do if I was downstairs in my craft room where my sewing machine is, I would maybe sew this like I did on the other two, but just for the sake of time, I'm going to just glue these together and we'll just pretend that I sewed on them. So there's the first layer, and that just gets glued down to your card front. I'm going to leave maybe about 1 inch or so of space from the bottom. And what you can do then is you can actually take a little sentiment, if you want, a 1-line sentiment, and just stamp it along the bottom. That always looks cute. If you want to just use it as a note card, you can just leave it, but here I have one that says "Life's a Beach," and then this one's "Happy Hello," a happy hello, and "Fun in the Sun." This just kind of gives it a neat little look. Okay, so now that part's done for now. I'm going to set that aside. And now I'm going to stamp my seashell. I'm not coloring with this either. This is a really easy card to make in just a few minutes. I'm going to ink up my image, and I'm using another scrap of this paper. I'm just flipping it over, and I'm going to stamp the seashell directly on that, and then I'm just going to cut it out. So we're paper piecing the shell, and if you wanted to spruce it up a little bit more, you could actually even add some stickles to it for a little bit of sparkle. But we're just gonna leave it today. Okay, so now I have my shell, and then I just do something that just adds a little bit of dimension to it. I am going to pop it up on a piece of foam, but I don't know if you can see in this one, it's sort of rounded. I think because it is a shell, I thought I'm going to see if I can get it to have more of a rounded look to it. So what I did was I just took a piece of foam. This is just a piece of packing foam that I had gotten in something. If you have any of this kind of stuff laying around, some clear stamp sets even come with this kind of foam. I just flip my image over and I take, like, you can use a rounded pen cap, or this is my X-Acto knife. I'm just using the cap from the X-Acto knife, and I just basically, in a circular motion, I'm just applying pressure here to kind of make it stick out around all the edges. And then when you flip it over, it's got kind of a rounded look to it. So then what I'm going to do is just snip a piece of foam tape and apply that to the back. And then I'm going to stick that on my other little square here. This square is 1 and, I believe it's 1.5. 1.5 or 1 1/4, I don't even remember now. Oops. My adhesive's being a pill at the moment, so excuse me. Okay. Now we're going to add some adhesive to that. Mount that on there. And then we're just going to stick that right there in the, and with another piece of foam tape, off center. I like it off to the side a little bit. Okay, and before we apply this, we're actually going to put a little bit of ribbon around here. And this is, again, was just a scrap of ribbon that I had that was it's kind of at the end of my spool. So I'm just going to use this to tie a small bow. If you know anything about me, you know I love ribbon on my cards. Just adds a nice little touch without going too crazy. And my phone is ringing, which we're going to ignore at the moment. Alright. You just never know what you're going to hear in these videos. Okay. So now I have my little ribbon that goes across, and I am going to apply, put my little shell on there like that. Just right there in the sort of off center a little bit. And now I've got a real quick and easy little note card that you can stamp a sentiment on, or you could write a little note in the inside, leave it empty, whatever you like. So that goes along with these cards, this cute little set of greeting cards. So just a fun way for you to use up those scraps that you have lying around. Alright, and again, the stamp set is free this month with your $50 clear stamp purchase. You do have to spend $50 in our clear stamps in order to get this free this month. It's a $9 value. And then just because I have it up here, this is another little card I made with this set by coloring the shells this time. But it's a fun little set, and I think you'd really enjoy it. Alright, thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.